welcome to Geekism and welcome back to franchise mode here in Planet Zoo. This is the mode where we have to worry about money, we have to worry about conservation credits, we have to worry about an incredible amount of people getting stuck where there's a few flamingos to look at, and lots of other things as well. In this episode, we are going to redistribute this original habitat here for, I was going to say pandas, that's not pandas, there's pandas. These are going to be camels, or a camel at least is what we're going to put in there. But first of all, we've got a couple of grizzlies about to glow up. Lizzie Fox, you're going to become a grown-up grizzly any minute. There she goes. Good stuff. Now we have to send you straight out, I'm afraid, because you're gonna basically kick off otherwise. Adult, trade, and I'm guessing you as well. You're all brother and sister, basically. Adult, there we go. So you're all off. We'll worry about you in a moment. Next thing I want to do is stop all these flamingos getting busy. Well, actually, they can still get busy, but like not have anything happen because of it. Greater flamingo, and I think we can just go like this. Well, there's quite a few of them because I just can't keep on top of them, so we're going to do that. Actually, because my worry is that they're getting pretty low stats, you see, from inbreeding and stuff. So I'm going to let them filter out and see if we can manage it. Cheetah is about to mature. That's good. We got rid of all cheetahs, right? Yeah, I didn't clear this area out, but I should have done. But that's fine. The boy and the girl are in there. They can mature. That's fine by me. Right then. So repurposing this. I'm going to keep you because you might be still useful. But pretty much everything else is going to come out because we're going to have to start afresh for old. I want to say panda again. Why am I saying panda? For old camel chops. Okay, so let's clear a good chunk of this out. All of this. I'm not going to be able to use that. I can't imagine. All of this, although not that just yet. But we are going to have to repurpose that building a little bit, I think, and maybe make it look like some of it is indoor space for the camel themselves. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That ball is no good. Actually, the ball might be alright for a camel, actually. I shouldn't really suggest otherwise, should I? But yeah, these little animals down the front, they did us well for a time, but they became a little bit infuriating after a little while, didn't they? So, what I'm thinking is we can repurpose this space here. There we go. Cheetahs have all glowed up. That's good. We can repurpose this, make it a bit more camel centric, right? So take all of that there, not you, and if we basically extend it out and up and keep it as more of a do you know what I mean? Like a bigger space for a camel. And then bring it down. Maybe even another one of those actually. And let's just go crazy. Let's give this camel the very best time. There we go. So, big news. For the channel tomorrow. The wait has been excruciating for many, I know, but tomorrow Zoo School is coming to the channel. So Zoo School is a series that I said I was going to do, I think before the game launch, before the beta launched even. I was like, right, I've got this idea for a series and I'm going to do it. Didn't really quite realise how difficult it would be to do. So basically, the idea behind Zoo School is that we are going to go into great detail on a single habitat based on both real-life zoos and also based on the AZA and similar specifications for zoos. The AZA, or the AZA, I suppose, if you're in America, and that's right to be fair, because it is an American association, I think, is the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. And there's various ones throughout the UK, throughout the world, sorry. But the AZA is probably the most famous one. And basically, they have a set of regulations in place that they call a care manual. They have a document in place that suggests how an animal should be kept and looked after in a zoo. And they're really great documents. Don't worry, the light's going to come up in a minute. There we go. Really great documents, really great amount of detail in them. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing is taking the information from one of those and making it into a habitat as far as the game is concerned. It's going to be really exciting. The first one is done, like I say. I was going to put it out today, actually, but Koali Zoo has gone out today. I say today, I'm recording this a different day, but Koali Zoo is going out the day this comes out, and that's obviously going to be a awesome series, I'm sure, and I don't really want to go up against it. So I'm going to push it. So today we've just got some franchisey mode stuff, which is fine. You know, we enjoy franchise mode and it's good fun, but it's certainly filler content compared to some other stuff. So yeah, the idea is that. So I'm going to be enjoying Koali Zoo, I'm sure, while it's out, and then like I say, we'll have Zoo School come out tomorrow. So yeah, exciting stuff all around. Okay, let's move you into place just to sort of fill these gaps, because I mean, a lot of this is perfectly acceptable habitat space. So we've got that one door over there still. But otherwise, this is all good. And this is something that happens a lot in real zoos, actually, is this sort of repurposing of habitats for different animals. And I know, for instance, I was at the Toronto Zoo recently, and they had a what used to be a big cat exhibit at one point, now housing peacock, or peafowl even. So yeah, they do this sort of stuff quite a lot. So that's all one enclosure now. That's good. Regarding the viewing of this enclosure, I feel that glass panels probably isn't suitable now. So I'm actually going to take the glass away and bring it down to here, just to kind of. In fact, it's probably easier just to do all this in one go, right? If I take it all and just make it all back to wood. Right, so no glass in any of this, and all a metre tall. Right. Now, I have a feeling that that's not suitable for a camel, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. We need to get rid of that. So I think that's it as far as the building's concerned. No, there's some of these need to be copied over. Filling in these odd little gaps here. There we go. And a couple there as well. Let's just copy those two over. Fill in that little gap there. Nice. Okay, so that's that all done. Yeah, so I think otherwise we're probably all right there. Right, should we see if we can actually afford a camel? There we go. There's only one kind of camel in the game. I believe it's Bactrian. Oh, there we go. I'm already looking at them. Oh, there's loads to pick from. Okay. So, let's have a look at stats. Pretty good stats there on you. Pretty good stats on you. You're expensive, though. I wonder if we could maybe scrimp a little bit. Not a very good size gene on that one. See, that's not an overall awful one. That's pretty good for a lot less. That's pretty good for a lot less CC than that one. So I'm going to go for that one. That's a male from Polish team. Thank you, Polish team. I now have a Polish camel. We also need a female. That's terrible stats. That's pretty good stats and cheaper CC. So we're going to go for that one. That's from Zootopia. Thank you very much, Zootopia. So we'll do this properly. We'll do it as we should. And we'll put both of these into quarantine. So where are you? Animal trading, sorry. Animal storage. Here we go. So both of you move to... Oh no, we moved quarantine over to here, didn't we? There we go. Quarantine. And... what sort of name is that? Move. Don't worry, we will name you in a moment. We'll name it after a couple of our lovely Patreons. So they're going to go into there, go to quarantine, get themselves all healthy. So this is a real issue now because basically nobody's watching flamingos from over here because it's too far away. They can get around here and apparently they can see the flamingos better. So what we need to try and do is make it so they don't see the flamingos better from here and therefore don't stop. I mean, we still have a bit of a problem of everyone in the park wanting food and drink, basically, which is kind of ridiculous. So what I'm saying to do is, while this is empty, let's see if we can fix some of our pathing issues here. So let's edit into here. Okay, so the big problem with the pathing is that it doesn't seem to enjoy being messed with near fences. So if we get rid of that fence and then come into paths, let's see if this works now. What I would like is something like this. Yeah, there we go. That was always the problem, you see. It was always the problem. Oops. Always the problem that this whole area here was sectioned off. Now, this isn't going to make much difference until we head over this way, really. But we have got a path here already for more exhibits. But I would really like one here as well. So first of all, let's put this path back in. This barrier path in. Apparently I called barriers all sorts of different things in the last episode without really noticing. So apologies for that. We can't curve it, we have to make it a glass first. There we go. What we can do is bring this right round here so it's no longer causing an issue because the path is in. There we go. And then make all that wood. There we go. And then while we can, while we are animal free here, let's do the same on this side. So get rid of you, paths, and then let's open this path up here. Come on, that'll do. So now we have the same problem that we had before. See, that's fine, but then it won't join onto there. How interesting. Because they're actually, it's null path there, weirdly. Animal will fight due to Okapi overcrowding. Okay, let's just pause while we figure this malarkey out. Okay, so there we go. Do you know what? It's not ideal, but I'll take that. Because this really isn't the sort of thing I want to spend an episode on. Join John T as he struggles with the Paths of the Planet series. You used to enjoy the Planet Coaster pathing system. Well, now enjoy the Planet Zoo pathing system, which is exactly the same. Actually, a little bit more difficult because water is volumetric now. Yeah, it's not so catchy, right? There we go. Let's bring that right here. Okay. Do so like that and click wood. Okay, so Okapis. Who's have we got babbies in here now, have we? Is that the problem? Let me look at your babbies. No, I don't want to edit the barrier. I just want to have a look into it. Here we go. Animals. We have only 3. So who's just grown up? You there. OKPH. No, that's not your name, is it? The habitat. Endali. Okay, I didn't even know you were here, Endali, but you got pretty good stats. I'm going to send you to the trade centre, and we'll get good money for you. Sorry about that. Mum and Dad's still old enough to hang around for a bit. 15. Oh, get in there. Get in there. Mom's got loads of life left in her, so we'll bring in another dad, get some better stats when Daddy is no more. Okay. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we were doing some path work. So that's really going to help, that is. I know it sounds silly, but just, you already look, actually. Maybe it wasn't, everyone's figuring out the new path system, hold on. There you go. Maybe it wasn't the flamingos so much, because the other option would be to throw a wall up here. But if I look, actually, there's not, it doesn't seem that people are actually stopping for the flamingos. It seems that it is literally just the space there where people are having to squeeze through. Is there anywhere where we haven't got donations but we need it? I don't think there is, actually. We're doing pretty well, I think. Yeah, okay. I just want to delete you then, because that just seemed to make a bit of a difference. I wonder if we can pop a little spot here somewhere. Really tricky, this kind of stuff, but sometimes they'll let you do it. Obstructed. Oh, obstruction. See, that really should fit in there. Kind of irritating that it doesn't, to be honest. No. Alright, you can all get backed up. But I definitely think it's going to help. This is already starting to clear out. People are coming over here now. Oh, perfect. Look at that. A few path changes make all the difference. So, El Cuervo, let's say hello to you. Who else? Sems. Good stuff. Quarantine's passed for both camels. So, let us go to zoo. And move you both into here, into Aardvark H. So there you go. Then let's rename that to Camel H. And we'll have to probably redo the work roster as well, right? The work zone. So at the moment it's classed as front habitats. So we'll rename that to be Camel work zone. And let's edit the work zone. So it should be... Oh, well, you know, it's probably easy just to start it again. Staff room. Keeper hut. No, not transformer. Habitat. Perfect. Camel work zone. That's the perfect work zone. Look at that. The keeper never has to move. So let's get this camel in. This is my first time placing a camel down at all in the game. They weren't in beta, I don't believe. And I haven't done a pimp my habitat for them. I haven't done a franchise mode or anything. Hey, kiddo. Oof. To you too. And a little baby. Oh my god, he's going to rip us to shreds. When she's little. Okay. Well, come on in. Come on in. Welcome. Let's get some names for you. Let me get my Patreon list up. Okay, so our Patreons then are going to be Bowl Freak _not. You are now a rather large camel man. And Sarans, no, we can't have that. You are now going to be Sticks with 3 S's, who I think is a very, very recent patron. So thank you for your support. If you would like to have if you like to have the chance of being called a camel, you can find out more information at patreon.com/geekism. Let's replace that. So no animal, Bactrian. Boom. That's going to confuse people. That's not right. Bactrian. Boom. Here's going to be an issue. Bactrian, nice, because I'm pretty sure under every one of these we have a speaker. Do we not under that one? Are we safe? No, it's there, look. But you can't click it with that button. Bactrian Camel. People are going to be so educated about Bactrian camels. It's absolutely crazy how much knowledge people are going to have. They're going to come away from this zoo being camel experts. Okay. Oh, one more. I wonder why that one was... Oh, it was broken, wasn't it? So I wonder why that one was black. But, oh, hello, paths. No, thank you. There we go. And then you... Let's just unpause so you get fixed. There we go. And I think there should be a speaker there. Bactrian Camel. Okay. All the other things I'm not too fussed about. Let's just... Right, so first things first then. Can a camel get out of this place? Yes, quite crazily so. So, problem is I don't want to go loads higher than that because, you know, it's a camel. So we could do, I'll tell you what we could do. We could do a terrain thing, couldn't we? Let's move you away. Okay, get you over there. And then pause, because size-wise, let's have a look how you're getting on for size. Terrain, a load of room, absolute loads of room. So, yes, what we'll do then is we'll do a bit of a dry moat. So we'll push the terrain down there where it has to go down. There we go. Flatten that to foundation and take that all around the edge. There we go. This will just take a moment and should still give them more than enough room, I think. There we go. More than enough room to plot about being camels. I mean, I don't even know what camels do. I have not looked at camels extensively in the slightest. I mean, my worry is they're not going to be able to use this back bit of land here. So let's lower the whole thing down just so it's a feature. No, well, that's interesting, isn't it? That it's the path that's stopping that terrain, not the barrier. So let's just throw that back in. Okay, and then all we need to do is a little smoothing there because it ain't great. Mostly here, look, where you get this, where you get the weird voxel nature of the terrain coming through, which isn't really a problem, but it definitely needs to be just have the edge taken off it, you know. Which I've just realised it's all going to come back in a minute when I do something else, but never mind. Okay, let's see how you feel about that. See if you can go on, figure it out. Boom! Look at that. Straight away, we're all sorted. Still got the space. Can weirdly get down there, but actually I don't mind them being able to get down there. It's as long as they can't get up here. So what we can actually do is push next, and actually we'll hopefully give them some room back again. So this is all going to go here, so they can actually get down here to an extent. So it's not so necessarily just a moat; it's more of a that we're creating a cliff, you know. Right, and then we'll whack the smoothing way up. Smooth the hell out of this a bit. There we go. And I mean, whether or not that I might have overdone that, to be honest. Let's have a look. No, that's I mean, honestly, John C, you couldn't have done it better if you tried. Well, I did try, so that's great. That sort of natural moat now creates what we need. Now, terrain, I imagine, is way off. It needs loads of rock and mostly sand, which, again, you can imagine. I mean, really, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it, really? Sand. So let's do the whole thing in sand so we don't get that horrible, like, 3% of grass that we need to get rid of from somewhere. There we go. And then we need some rock. That's fine. What we'll do for rock is bring it way down. And we'll do rock all around the outside here. There we go. Pretty solid so far. Definitely towards it. So we're in the right zone now. That's good. I'll do a bit more rock around there. Okay. So they're quite happy with snow. That's quite interesting. But we're not going to place any snow down. But we will get some coarse sand as they come out of here. So you've got all this space, and then really where they're kind of hanging out a lot. That's where you want the coarse sand to be. You want it to almost look like it's like a run, you know. But they're not really runny animals, but just runny. Well, they might be runny if they've got, you know, cold or whatever. But yeah, just kind of where they're going, you want that to be sandy. That's good. And then we can get away with the tiniest bit of green grass just sort of peeking through. So maybe the idea that it was originally grass, but sure as heck isn't anymore. Maybe even a little tiny bit of long grass on the edge of the building just to kind of break up that swathe of sand like that. There we go. I quite like that. I'm not too sure how really it looks. And then finally we'll come down to a really thin slice, and then we'll have a proper run. Sort of real sort of like everyday walking using this here. There we go. And I reckon just use it to take some of the edge off the sand as well, because that's bright sand in it. There we go. Okay, happy enough with that. That's fine. Environment-wise, they ain't going to want much coverage, are they? Asian, desert, and temperate. So I think we'll go for Asian desert. Just because, I mean, look at it. I don't imagine it's going to give us much. Does temperate bring in much to play with? It does, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be the stuff we want. I'm thinking, oh, that's fun. Salt cedar bush. Date palms, coconut palms, and a couple of arrows. I mean, yeah, you're not fans of foliage, are you? Okay, well, it's fine. I mean, what's that do to it? That's 1%. Okay, that's manageable. If one palm is 1%, we can definitely... Oh, that didn't even class as a percentage. Oh, we've definitely got room to play with here. There we go. And by the way, I'm not really considering the temperature of the zoo here. By the way, I'm kind of putting stuff down that they're happy with, and being okay with that, you know. So we've also got these date palms. These are quite fun. I'm trying to keep them like to the edge of buildings and stuff where they've got a little bit of support. They're not going to get rammed by a naughty little. I was about to say panda again. What is up with me? Camel pandas, panda camels. They're not a thing, are they? I mean, that's 7%. I mean, that is about it, really. Camels, you ain't getting much out. I do like this stuff. I think it's just a bit of a funny colour. Do you know what? I'm going to bring in temperate, just because that's going to give us a little bit of bushy stuff to play with. Because otherwise, we're going to have very little in the way of bushy. Just little things like these nettles, you know. Just anything to give us that slight bit of foliage change. That's a height change with the foliage. Now, next thing I'm wondering is what little pieces of enrichment are we going to have for these little folks? There we go. Where's the tiny little nettle? There. Ooh, don't eat me, camel. That's what that piece of nettle said, by the way. It just said, don't eat me, camel. Okay, Asian, temperate, desert, all can go away. Habitat. Now, apparently you can just type in camel, and it shows you what you've got. Oh, nice. Okay, that seemed to work. Oh, good. We've actually got quite a few bits already for the camel, because a lot of it's going to have carried over from other stuff. That's exciting. We'll put some water in for them. All right. Some bedding as well. This is going to be, obviously, the bedding spot. I mean, it's kind of made, you know, it's written on it, isn't it, really? You know, that is the bedding spot. Nice. And what else have we got then? We've got a scent marker, a heater. I don't think we'll have to worry about. Hi, Ario. Food trough. All right, let's just put that out in the open. And I'm going to fix the issue that's given us with the terrain. Or don't. And instead move these. So it looks like it meant to happen. What else did it kind of... There we go, that'll do. Okay, and so we've got a pillar, a rubbing pillar. I mean, we've got to get that one in there, haven't we? Rubbing pillar. Small barrel feeder. Problem is with these feeders, they're just going to keep rolling down there, aren't they? But we'll give it a go. Small barrel feeder. That looks like it's it. Oh, we've got block of ice as well. Let's see what that does for their enrichment. 81. So what do you want? Do you actually want more food enrichment? So feeders is all we've got at the moment on that front. I don't imagine block of ice classes as a food enrichment. Yeah, no, it's more of a toy, right? Cool them down when it's warm. But otherwise, we're kind of doing all right there, I think. Everything we can do something about, such as habitat and what have you, is pretty good. So there we go. Bit of a shift. I definitely feel that with franchise mode, where you kind of getting the habitat finished, you know, like here's a habitat, it kind of looks a little bit like the Zoo Tycoon game for Xbox that they released, you know, where they just kind of get plonked down and you just get lines of path joining them all up instead. But that's okay. It's a very, very different view to what we're doing in other parks, you know. And obviously, if you really want to see some high-level detail stuff, check out Nuna Kanata, which is our current sandbox park, where, I mean, it, you know, just knocks this out the water as far as what it looks like is concerned. But I do kind of enjoy coming in and having the limitations of, you know, of the franchise park, and being able to see what we can do with them. You know, just even little things like some cypresses there make a bit of a difference. And you know what? I just remember I said ages ago to somebody that I would put a fountain here, and I never did. So let's see how quick we can do one of these. I mean, the good thing about these is you can pretty much throw them together, and they look great. So you can join them two together. Look. And then stick that little one on top. Boom. I mean, no, that's ridiculous. But maybe just the two then. And we'll stick a little nubbin on top. Then special effects. Water spout, we're looking for water jet medium, I'm going to say. I mean, even medium is pretty insane, isn't it? I think small is probably going to do us. There we go. Nice little phallic fountain. That's what you need. And everyone's loving the camels. Look at them go. You can't get enough of them. Cool. Right. Shut up, Ario. What animal is next? Let me know in the comments, please, what you would like to see. Happy for suggestions. Probably up here. Maybe work into something a bit larger, maybe. Some savannah-y type stuff. I don't know. You let me know, folks, what would you like to see next in franchise mode. Comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good. Christ.